Yes, guys, this is Nearly Last, and welcome. In this video, what we're going to be talking about is what I feel could be some overpowered or even just some crunch perks in Infinite Warfare. Now, in regards to that, I haven't actually obviously had any hands-on time with it. I have done my research into whether people have actually used this, and not a lot of people have actually used these particular perks, so hopefully my mind will be put to rest when we actually have some hands-on time during the beta or even at launch. But in regards to the way that they're actually reading out, they do get me a little bit concerned. So what we're going to do is just run through them quickly and then get your feedback on them, guys, and whether or not you feel that Infinity Ward could make some changes before launch. Now, as we're coming up, first of all, is going to be Dead Silence. Now, Dead Silence has always been talked about in quite a few Call of Duty titles before. A lot of people would like to see it actually removed completely. They feel that, you know, is that one of those crunch perks that people stick on all the time. And with Advanced Warfare, they did decide to actually remove it completely. But for me, with Advanced Warfare, I mean, even though you have those great big suits, people jumping around and whatnot else, I did find that the footsteps weren't that recognisable. There was just something about the sound. It wasn't just me on that particular front. I know there's a lot of other YouTubers brought that particular conversation up. So the sound really just did not work whatsoever. But in regards to that, they did actually remove it. But obviously, it has made its way back into Call of Duty once again. Now, with Dead Silence, as we've got in Black Ops 3 at the moment, it just makes your footsteps silent. But with Infinity Warfare, they have decided to make it like a 2-in-1. This time you're going to have your footsteps silence, but also it will make your jump packs silence as well. Now, for me personally, I'm not too sure whether this is just one of those perks now. It's just going to be either overpowered or just simply a crunch perk, because the fact that you're going to get 2-in-1 is a big bonus. Because for me personally, when I'm playing on Black Ops 3, 9 times out of 10, I'll always be running with Blast Suppressor. Now, that's solely because I'm trying to jump from place to place, and I want to try and get into those flanking positions, sneak up and around, get behind people, and obviously I don't want them locating me just because I'm jumping around. Now, on other particular maps, occasionally, if I'm trying to play with boots on the ground, trying to play a different type of game mode or anything else like that, I might swap it out for Dead Silence and work in that favour. Sometimes you do just run the two together, but for me, Blast Suppressor is normally the one that I'm going to go. But the fact that now I can now especially have two of them in one perk in Infinite Warfare, that is a big thing. Now, especially when this game does actually first launch, whether it's during a beta or actually properly at launch, a lot of people are going to be trying to turn to that. Obviously, we don't know when it's actually going to unlock. Maybe it's going to be one of those perks that you can't actually unlock until, say, like level 50 or something like that. But in regards to that, I feel that this is going to be like the first thing that people are going to be wanting to stick on straight away, because obviously you're going to be having your footsteps and your jump pack silent, so you're going to be able to try and sneak around, get into those little flanking positions. You're going to find that a lot of people are going to be running with this. And the next thing that's up is going to be Tracker. Now, with Tracker, obviously with Black Ops 3, this is where it first came about. Obviously, we can see enemies' footsteps after they've just walked past, and it finds it a lot easier to try and locate people. But in regards to that, I mean, this time in Infinite Warfare, they have made it like a double pack straight away again. So obviously you're going to be able to see enemy trails like you did in Black Ops 3, but also in regards to that, you are also going to be able to hear enemies using Dead Silence. So basically this is Tracker and Awareness put in together. So you've got another dual combo. So once again, this could be another kind of like, you know, a bit of a crunch perk to a certain degree, because especially at the beginning of Infinite Warfare, if a lot of people are trying to run with Dead Silence, obviously trying to keep off the minimap, trying to sneak around, and you do find that a lot of people love to be running with suppressors as well, especially want to try and learn how to use the maps. Then in regards to that, a lot of people are going to be sticking on Tracker then to try and, you know, counteract that kind of thing straight away. So this is going to be very interesting to see. These two do look like they could be put on straight away. So they do feel like either maybe a little bit overpowered or simply just one of those crunch perks that people are going to be relying on straight away. Then we have one of the last ones, which is going to be Recon. Now, with Recon, I'm not too sure how this one actually particularly works, but it does state that the minimap shows a larger area, which is pretty obvious, but it also states that you gain vision from enemy UAVs. Now, no one's too sure exactly how this is going to work. In regards to, is it going to have its own pulse, so that if an enemy UAV goes up, that you can actually then locate other enemies using a particular ping? Or whether or not it's going to happen a lot more intermittently, or maybe it might work in a slightly different way. But in regards to that, I mean, that is a big thing, because, I mean, the UAVs are going to be used quite a lot, especially at the start of Infinite Warfare. And in regards to, if it does work, in regards to that, enemy UAVs, once they pop up and you are running with Recon, that you can actually use that against them, that is going to be a whole new ballpark in Call of Duty straight away again. So that is another one of those ones that have got me a little bit concerned as well. The only other one really is going to be Ghost. I'm just going to be bringing this up just for the simple fact that this is normally one of the most talked about perks. I don't think this is overpowered or anything else like that, but I just want to talk about it quickly. And that is in regards to how it actually works. Now, as we know with Treyarch, they decide that you have to be moving for it to be working. Other particular developers have felt that you don't need to be moving and basically camp in a corner, and as long as you're using it, you're going to be keeping off the minimap. Now, with Infinity Ward, they have decided to go down Treyarch's route and make it so that you can only keep off enemy UAVs and radar pings whilst you are actually sprinting, obviously operating score streaks, planting, diffusing, all those kind of things as well. But you literally have to be moving to keep off the radar as well. So that is going to try and help that not to be overpowered whatsoever or being spammed too much. So for me personally, I think that's the better way to go. I really, really do. I think that does help the game out a lot, and it does help keep the game moving as well, especially with a lot of people that like to be running with snipers and obviously try and camp out into a little particular corner somewhere. So I do think that that is definitely the best way to go. But like I said, the crunch perks for me, and maybe like I said on the overpower kind of side, are Dead Silence, Tracker, and Recon. But let me know, guys, exactly what you're thinking about these particular ones, whether or not you think they're perfectly okay, that we have actually got nothing to worry about, or whether or not you think that maybe there might be some changes up ahead if people are, are running those kind of things all the time. But anyway, guys, leave it on the comment section below. But coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that, and guys, if you could drop a like for me, it'd be absolutely fantastic. This is Nearly Last, and I'll catch you later.